Monday night was another frustrating chapter for the Los Angeles Lakers. Despite shooting a remarkable 54% from the field and an impressive 46% from three-point range, the Lakers fell short against the Detroit Pistons, losing a game many expected them to win. The culprit? Turnovers, a staggering 18 of them. This troubling trend has been a recurring issue for the team all season, and it once again proved to be their undoing. Detroit capitalized on the Lakers' mistakes, staying in the game and ultimately walking away with a victory, even though they remain well below .500 for the season. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. The game's final seconds encapsulated the Lakers' struggles. With the Los Angeles crowd on their feet, eager to witness a thrilling comeback, the ball was in the hands of none other than LeBron James. Down by 3, the Lakers had one last chance to force overtime. LeBron, known for his clutch performances, rose up for a three-point shot that could have tied the game. The arena held its breath. But as the ball clanged off the rim, the collective sigh from fans told the story. Another missed opportunity, another disappointing loss. This marked the Lakers' second defeat to the Pistons this season, a team that has struggled to find consistency. For a franchise with championship aspirations, losing twice to a team near the bottom of the standings is a harsh wake-up call. The Lakers were short-handed in the frontcourt, with both Jackson Hayes and Christian Wood sidelined due to injuries. In their absence, head coach J.J. Redick decided to experiment with a small ball lineup, slotting Rui Hachimura into the center position at various points in the game. The approach had worked well in a previous matchup against the Sacramento Kings, where the Lakers' speed and versatility created mismatches. But against Detroit, the strategy backfired. The Pistons' bench outscored the Lakers' reserves by a wide margin, tallying an impressive 52 points. Detroit's size and physicality overwhelmed the Lakers, who struggled to keep up on both ends of the court. It didn't work because we turned the ball over too many times, Redick admitted post-game. But we liked what we saw with Rui at the 5 in Sacramento, so we wanted to give it another shot. Unfortunately, Detroit's physicality exposed some of our weaknesses. Not all was doom and gloom for the Lakers. A few players stepped up and delivered noteworthy performances. Max Christie, for instance, had his best offensive outing of the season, scoring 17 points and showing flashes of his potential. Gabe Vincent, who has struggled with his shooting in recent games, seemed to regain his form, hitting 3 of 5 attempts from beyond the arc. Cam Reddish also stood out for his defensive energy, disrupting passing lanes and contesting shots. However, these positives were overshadowed by a series of individual and team-wide shortcomings. Austin Reaves, a usually reliable playmaker, had a rough night, committing 6 turnovers, the most on the team. Anthony Davis, who the Lakers rely on for dominance in the paint, was inconsistent during critical moments. He missed a crucial layup in the closing minutes and continued to struggle at the free throw line, converting only 4 of his 8 attempts. Even LeBron James, the team's leader and go-to player, couldn't deliver when it mattered most, missing the potential game-tying three-pointer. If there's a silver lining to the loss, it's the Lakers' resilience. Despite trailing by double digits late in the fourth quarter, the team didn't give up. They tightened their defense, executed better offensive sets, and clawed their way back into the game. With just seconds remaining, they managed to create a legitimate opportunity to force overtime, a testament to their fighting spirit. "We didn't let go of the rope," Austin Reaves said after the game. "We kept competing, got some big stops, and grabbed key rebounds. But at the end of the day, we lost, and losing is never fun. Still, we know what we're capable of, and we're going to keep working to fix these issues." The loss to the Pistons is a microcosm of the Lakers' season so far. At their best, they've shown flashes of brilliance, playing with the kind of energy and precision that makes them a legitimate contender in the Western Conference. But too often, those bright moments have been overshadowed by avoidable mistakes and lapses in execution. For every step forward the Lakers seem to take, they stumble backward just as quickly. Whether it's turnovers, missed free throws, or lapses in defensive intensity, the team has struggled to put together a consistent stretch of high-level basketball. This inconsistency has been particularly frustrating given the team's potential. With a roster featuring stars like LeBron James and Anthony Davis, alongside promising young players and solid role players, the Lakers have all the pieces needed to compete at the highest level. But potential alone doesn't win games, execution does. The timing of this loss couldn't be worse. With the highly anticipated Christmas Day matchup against the Golden State Warriors looming, the Lakers had hoped to build momentum with a strong December run. Instead, this loss raises more questions about the team's ability to compete against the league's elite. "We know we have to be better," said Anthony Davis after the game. "It's not just about playing hard, it's about playing smart. We can't keep making the same mistakes and expect different results. We've got the talent, but we need to lock in and execute." As the Lakers navigate a competitive Western Conference, the margin for error is razor-thin. Teams like the Denver Nuggets, Phoenix Suns, and Golden State Warriors continue to solidify their standing as title contenders, while the Lakers are still searching for answers. The path forward is clear: address the turnover problem, tighten up late-game execution, and find a way to maximize the roster's strengths. If the Lakers can do that, they have the potential to make a deep playoff run. But if these issues persist, they risk another season of unmet expectations. For Lakers fans, the hope is that this loss serves as a wake-up call, a moment where the team finally confronts its flaws and commits to the adjustments needed to turn things around. Because if the Lakers want to be taken seriously as contenders, time is running out to prove it. Los Angeles Lakers head coach J.J. Redick has stirred up a major discussion in the basketball world by pointing to the media as a key factor behind the NBA's alarming viewership decline. According to recent reports, ratings on ESPN in the United States have dropped by a staggering 28% since the season began, raising questions about the league's ability to retain its audience. In a bold statement, Redick, who is in his first season as an NBA head coach, didn't hold back in attributing much of the blame to the media for their portrayal of the game. "Let me start by saying this. I don't think the media does a great job of celebrating the excellence in our basketball," Redick remarked during a recent press conference. A casual fan turns on their TV today, and what do they see? They hear people saying the game is bad, that it's boring, or that it lacks what it used to have. So why would they want to keep watching? This has been the narrative for the last 10 or 15 seasons, and honestly, I don't understand it. It's almost funny, but at the same time, it's sad. Redick's frustration with the media's handling of the NBA's product comes from his deep respect for the game and its evolution over the years. "Our game deserves more praise, period. The talent and skill we see in the league today are at an all-time high. That's not up for debate. It's a fact. There are more great players now than when I entered the league 18 years ago. And it's not just the players, there are more great teams now than there were back then. Yet, instead of celebrating that, we focus on tearing it down," Redick added. At just 40 years old, Redick is no stranger to the NBA. His playing career spanned from 2006 to 2021, during which he built a reputation as one of the league's most reliable sharpshooters. After retiring, he quickly transitioned to a career as a basketball analyst, where his deep understanding of the game made him one of the most respected voices in the sport. His podcast, Mind the Game Pod, co-hosted with LeBron James, gave fans unique insights into the game from two of its sharpest minds. It was this knowledge and passion for basketball that caught LeBron's attention, prompting the Lakers star to advocate for Redick's hiring as head coach. But even with his rich experience, Redick is now navigating the challenges of addressing broader issues within the league, including its apparent struggle to maintain its audience. The NBA's declining viewership has become a significant topic of discussion not only in the U.S. but also internationally, with opinions flooding in from all corners of the basketball world. In Brazil, one of the country's most recognized NBA analysts, Paulo Antunes, added his voice to the debate. "No disrespect to today's players, they're incredibly talented, but basketball has lost the essence it had in the 80s and 90s. We don't see that same style of play that made an entire generation fall in love with the game," Antunes said during an episode of ESPN League. His comments echo a sentiment shared by many older fans who long for the physical, gritty basketball of past decades. Meanwhile, Boston Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla offered a more controversial take. He suggested that the NBA should consider bringing back on-court altercations as a way to spice things up and regain fan interest. Back in the day, those fights got the crowd going. It created rivalries that people couldn't stop talking about. "Maybe that's what's missing," Mazzulla said during an interview. On the other hand, players and former stars like LeBron James and Shaquille O'Neal have pointed to a different issue: the overemphasis on three-point shooting. "The game has become so reliant on threes that it's taken away some of the diversity we used to see," LeBron said earlier this season. Shaq echoed this sentiment, adding, "It's like every play now is either a three or a dunk. What happened to post moves? What happened to mid-range shots? That variety is what made the game special." In response to these concerns, CBS Sports even published an article outlining 12 potential ways to reduce the dominance of three-point shots in today's game. Suggestions ranged from adjusting the three-point line to introducing new rules to encourage more balanced styles of play. Despite the criticism, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver has consistently denied claims that the league's popularity is waning. According to Silver, global interest in the NBA is at an all-time high, with international markets contributing significantly to the league's growth. However, the numbers tell a different story domestically, where traditional broadcasts are struggling to capture and retain viewers. The decline in viewership has also reignited debates about the league's marketing strategies. Many believe the NBA has leaned too heavily on individual star power, often overlooking the stories of smaller market teams or less high-profile players. If you're not LeBron, Steph, or Giannis, it feels like your story doesn't get told, said an unnamed player in a recent interview. There's so much talent in this league, but most fans only hear about the same handful of guys. That has to change. For Redick, the solution starts with changing the narrative. We have to celebrate what's great about this game. We have to remind people why they fell in love with basketball in the first place. It's not about living in the past. It's about appreciating what we have now and understanding that this league is full of incredible talent, he said passionately. As the league continues to grapple with its viewership challenges, one thing is clear: the NBA is at a crossroads. Whether it's addressing concerns about the style of play, rethinking marketing strategies, or simply shifting the tone of media coverage, changes will need to be made to ensure that basketball remains one of the most beloved sports in the world. For now, though, fans and stakeholders alike will keep debating the best path forward for the game they cherish. The Los Angeles Lakers find themselves in a pivotal moment this season as they work to strengthen their roster and address the gaps that have hindered their performance so far. With the pressure mounting to improve and remain competitive in a stacked Western Conference, rumors of potential trades and acquisitions are dominating headlines. The Lakers have made it clear that they are actively pursuing reinforcements, particularly for positions where they lack depth. Their primary focus appears to be on securing a reliable backup center, a role that has been a glaring need for the team in recent games. Additionally, they are exploring ways to add more depth and versatility to their guard and forward rotations. These are critical areas for a team that aims to be a serious contender for the championship. While trades often steal the spotlight as the most effective way to make significant upgrades, the Lakers are also paying close attention to alternative markets, including free agency and waivers. Although these avenues typically don't feature high-profile names, they have occasionally provided unexpected contributors who can play key roles for a team. With that in mind, the Lakers are carefully monitoring every opportunity, knowing that even a seemingly minor addition could make a substantial impact. One name that has recently emerged as a potential fit for the Lakers is Dennis Smith Jr., a former first-round pick who has had an up-and-down NBA career. Smith, who last played for the Brooklyn Nets, has yet to appear in a game this season but is reportedly eager to return to the court and prove his worth. In a recent interview on the OG show, Smith expressed confidence in his ability to contribute to any team in need of energy and determination, specifically mentioning the Lakers as a possible destination. Any team could use a dog, someone with grit and determination, Smith stated during the interview. I've been thinking about teams like the Spurs, Minnesota, Miami, and of course, the Lakers. People don't realize how much work I've been putting in this off-season. Based on what I did last year, I truly believe I could make a difference for a team. Dennis Smith Jr. entered the NBA with high expectations after being selected 9th overall in the 2017 NBA draft by the Dallas Mavericks. During his rookie season, he showcased his potential by averaging 15.2 points and 5.2 assists per game, earning a spot on the NBA All-Rookie First Team. His athleticism, explosive speed, and playmaking abilities made him an exciting young prospect and a centerpiece for the Mavericks at the time. However, as his career progressed, Smith struggled to maintain his early momentum. A combination of injuries and inconsistent performances led to a decline in his production. He moved between several teams, including the New York Knicks and Detroit Pistons, before landing with the Brooklyn Nets last season. Despite these challenges, Smith has remained determined to find his place in the league. Known for his athleticism and ability to attack the rim, Smith offers a unique skill set that could benefit a team like the Lakers. While his long-range shooting and defensive consistency have been areas of concern, his energy and versatility could provide the spark the Lakers need off the bench. On the defensive end, Smith has shown flashes of potential, particularly when guarding quicker guards. While he may not be an elite defender, His effort and athleticism could allow him to hold his own in key matchups. The idea of Dennis Smith Jr. joining the Lakers has sparked a lively debate among fans and analysts. While Smith may not be a marquee signing, he possesses qualities that could make him a valuable addition to the Lakers' bench unit. For starters, Smith's athleticism and ability to drive to the basket could add a new dimension to the Lakers' offense. His speed and agility make him a threat in transition, an area where the Lakers have occasionally struggled this season. Moreover, his willingness to take on a supporting role and provide energy off the bench could make him an ideal fit for a team looking to improve its depth. However, integrating Smith into the Lakers system would require careful planning. Head coach J.J. Redick, in his first season at the helm, has emphasized the importance of team chemistry and finding the right balance between offensive and defensive responsibilities. Any new addition to the roster would need to align with Redick's vision and the team's broader goals. The Lakers' interest in Dennis Smith Jr. comes at a time when the team is evaluating all options to improve its roster. While Smith could provide a short-term solution to some of their needs, the Lakers are also exploring more significant moves through trades. Several names have been linked to the team in recent weeks, and it's clear that the front office is leaving no stone unturned in its quest to build a championship-caliber squad. As the trade deadline approaches, the Lakers will need to weigh the risks and rewards of each potential move. While high-profile acquisitions could provide an immediate boost, smaller additions like Smith could also play a crucial role in the team's success. For now, it remains to be seen whether the Lakers will take a chance on Dennis Smith Jr. or pursue other options to address their roster needs. What is clear, however, is that the team is determined to make the necessary adjustments to remain competitive in a league that only continues to grow more challenging. Fans eagerly await news of potential signings or trades, knowing that each decision could shape the outcome of the season. As the Lakers continue to explore their options, one question lingers: will Dennis Smith Jr. don the iconic purple and gold? Time will tell if the former first-round pick can find his way back to the NBA and contribute to one of the league's most storied franchises. In the meantime, the Lakers faithful will be watching closely, hoping that the team's moves will bring them one step closer to championship glory. Whether through trades, free agency, or waivers, every decision matters as the Lakers look to solidify their place among the NBA's elite teams.